Hey, thinkers. You can call me Paul Rudd because this is week 40 of 2024, playing through pop culture and sports. Here on Thinking Game Trivia, I'm not actually Paul Rudd. I know it's a big shock to everybody. I'm Quizmaster Jack on Thinking Game Trivia, and we are going to play through week 40 here.
In a game in this series, the Annihilator badge is earned by using one hypercube on another to blow up the entire screen. At the end of rounds in this PopCap franchise, last hurrah bonuses can trigger multiplier gems. For 10 points, what long-running match 3...
Yes, it's probably... They talked about gems, so we'll just try Bejeweled there. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I was doing the This Is 40 bit, which I'm not even 100% sure Paul Rudd was in. I forgot to tell you, since we're in the last half, we have a target score. The target score for pop culture is 110 points. So we're looking to get over that.
While meditating, this character's thoughts morph from inner peace to dinner with peas in a sesame soy glaze. After he battles the chameleon, who stole his Staff of Wisdom, he trains Jen to become the next dragon warrior. Jack Black voices, for 10 points, what star of the Kung Fu Panda films?
Poe. Okay. That was, so... I think that was Kung Fu Panda 4 knowledge. Yeah, because it's a chameleon. Yeah, that's the villain of the most recent Kung Fu Panda. I don't know if it's the last one. Viola Davis as the chameleon. Plus, it gave him a excuse to bring back a bunch of old villains. Like, I think Ian McShane came back to be whatever the name of the snow leopard from the first one was. I certainly don't remember.
In this song, a ring is taken off a middle finger and put on the one people put wedding rings on. This song suggests Charlie Puth should be a bigger artist and repeats, "Who's Gonna Hold You Like Me?" Maddie Healy reportedly inspired, for 10 points. What title track of a 20...
It's the Tortured Poets Department. Hey, got a Taylor Swift question. I listened to Tortured Poets Department when it came out, hoping it would help me get trivia questions, but it has taken me exactly now until it's helped. So that's months. Planted that seed months ago. A multiple word answer.
On a show named for the family of these characters, they were opposed by Shrieky, the niece of the wizard No Heart. Beams radiate from these creatures when they do a namesake stare.
It's the Care Bear. Care Bears has multiple words. It's the Care Bear stare. Just like in the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny, which is my only source for Care Bear knowledge. I think my sister may have had some Care Bears. That was not my jam.
A role in this musical was tailored to suit Vivian Blaine, including a song about how women get colds if unmarried. Lieutenant Brannigan tries to arrest most of the men in this Frank Lesser musical. Sarah Brown is seduced in, for 10 points,
Sarah Brown.
What 1950 musical about...
Isn't that Guys and Dolls? It was Guys and Dolls. Sarah Brown was the name of the Salvation Army lady, I guess. Just kind of no strong buzzets here. Getting them all before the giveaways. Just dinking and dunking. It's the West Coast offense of Buzzword.
In this film, Mary accidentally calls an author Pope Alexander when quoting the poem Eloisa to Abelard. Joel hears the phrase "Meet me in Montauk" in this.
Oh, it's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That's the biggest correct answer that they would give. Yeah, Alexander Pope. So I think that was the Kirsten Dunst character who was obsessed with the professor who created the memory wiping thing. And then Kate Winslet's character always said to Jim Carrey's character, like, meet me in Montauk. And they did. Spoilers, they do meet in Montauk again? Question mark? Before? Maybe they only met once in Montauk? It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. Pretty happy to pull a 16 off of it.
A 2019 episode of this show depicts an attempt to track down the Far Side cartoonist Gary Larson.
Oh.
This show's first episode was based on Grey Gardens. A
Oh.
deadpan
It's called Documentary Now. Woo! Yes! I watched like the first 2 seasons of that. So it's essentially documentary parodies, like with certain styles. It's like they did the Grey Gardens one. There's one with that they redid, like I think what they were parodying was the some sort of documentary about the cast recording of Company, the musical. And it was Co-op was the fake musical. Richard Kind was in that one. Alex Brightman was in there. And John Mulaney was like the producer. And the whole joke about that one is that it got canceled. The musical got canceled in between like previews and the recording, but they still had to do the cast recording. So everybody was just pissed off about it. I think Renee Elise Goldsberry was in that too. I think she was in there. Bunch of Broadway people like Richard Kind.
This song, which from 1976 to 2017 was the longest running #1 in Australia, originally opened the album Frida Ensum. This song's narrator recalls distant drums from the Mexican Revolution. The line, "If I had to do the same again," is in, for 10 points.
Had to do the same again.
What ABBA song titled for a first name?
Oh. For a first name? I don't know an ABBA song, but with the first name. I think it's going to be obvious when I don't know. I don't know what this is. Fernando. Yep, that is not an ABBA song I know. Like, I guess I've heard it as an ABBA song, but it's just not. That one was not readily available.
This term is paired with slicers in the name of a quesadilla-like Sigma meal. The listener embodies both phantom tax and this term in a meme about sticking out your giat for the Rizzler. Gen Alpha is often mocked via, for 10 points, what nonsense word from...
So just skibbity? Is it just skibbity? It is just skibbity. Oh, it was skibbity the whole time. Skibbity slicers, I guess. Oh, it's all eyes. I didn't realize it was all eyes.
A 2017 MTV revival of this show was hosted by Ludacris and featured a Beat the Beast segment with live animals. This show's initial run on NBC was hosted by a UFC commentator. Stunts involving heights or bugs.
Oh, that's Fear Factor. Yeah. I was a dumb kid when Fear Factor was on NBC, so I'd watch it. It was a bad show. There was nothing really. There was always like a stunt and then eat something gross and then a bigger stunt. It was predictable and not very good. But in better news, we improved 8 points on the score. Another tally in the improvement zone. That's what we want. Always there's one, and I didn't get the one music question as always. At least that one was somewhat within range. I just didn't have Fernando. Well, folks, I got bad news for you. The streak is over. I've gotten through so many videos without forgetting to record a session until now. I just forgot to record week 40 of sports. Just forgot to hit the button over here. So I don't know what to say. I messed up. So we missed questions. I only got one wrong, and I had 103. Scored 103 points. The target was 90. There was no like fun Vikings trauma or anything like that, so it's not the end of the world. But oh, hey, sorry about that. If you want to play Buzzword, you can head on over to naqt.com/Buzzword to see what games. And if you want to see full games that have both pop culture and sports, Check out other videos on the channel. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel. I messed it up. I'm so sorry. We'll see you next time. Good podcast. Good video.